Welcome to this new video tutorial. Today we will be creating fungible tokens or cryptocurrencies on the Solana network using Flutter. Let's go to the repository of the last tutorial. Link in the description and copy the code to then in a folder. In Visual Studio Code do git clone. We go to the created route and execute flutter pub get. Immediately, we will configure our .env file with our IPFS API from QuickNode as shown on screen. In this tutorial, we will be creating a token that complies with the Metaplex Fungible Asset Standard. Therefore, we will be using an IPFS service to upload the image file and the JSON file as required by this standard. We invite you to watch all the tutorials in this Solana Flutter series, where we explain in detail all the features that our app offers so far. Remember to have your app configured in DevNet mode with a QuickNode RPC for the Solana DevNet. In the Pages folder, we are going to create the file createToken.dart, and then we will copy all the code from our createNFT Dart file. Since the UI for our createToken route will be very similar to the createNFT route, we will change the class name using Ctrl F2. And in the main file, we will duplicate the createNFT route and change the name to createToken. This route will return the createToken page that we just created, and that will be imported as follows. Now, in our home route, home Dart file in the Pages folder, we will duplicate the mint card and change the text to createToken and the route to the createToken route that we just defined. Back in our createToken file, we will create these two new text editing controllers, decimals and initial mint controller, and we will change the names of these variables using Ctrl F2 so they correspond to the function they are fulfilling. We will locate the description text form field and copy and paste it twice to receive from the user the decimals that the currency will have and the amount of initial minting. So we change in the first one the controller for the new decimals controller and the corresponding text, and for the second, our controller will be the initial mint controller, updating the text as appropriate. Now we are going to modify the creation of the .json file that will be uploaded to IPFS. For the purposes of this tutorial, we will work with the Metaplex Fungible Token standard, for which the documentation indicates to place the name, symbol, description, and image URL. Therefore, we can delete the remaining parameters. Finally, we will change the name and the call to the createNFT function by createToken so that it corresponds to the process we are performing. And from here, we will call the createToken function that we will create in a file called token_create within the services page. In this file, we will create the createToken function, which will return a future of type string and receive the Solana client, for which we must import the Solana library as shown on screen, the name, symbol, and description, the decimals, and initial mint. We will also need the URI that we get when uploading the JSON file to the IPFS service. For our call to the createToken function in the createToken Dart file, we already have the client, name, symbol, and description. For the decimals, we get them using the parse function with the decimals controller as shown on screen, and for the initial mint, we must do the same with the initial mint controller, but also raise it to the power of the number of decimals, so that the initial amount to mint corresponds to what the user has entered. And since this amount generates us a num-type variable, we must again use the parse function to convert it to integer as follows. Since the mint2 function of the Solana library will expect an integer, as we will see below. We are missing declaring the URI in the following way: adding the CID obtained from uploading the JSON file to the QuickNode IPF service prefix. Remember that if you are using another IPFS service, you must declare it here accordingly. We already have the whole UI part ready, and we can proceed with the code to create our cryptocurrency. In our create token function in the token create Dart file. First, we will get the key pair of our account, reading the secret phrase from internal storage and converting it to key pair as shown on screen. Remember to import the Flutter secure storage library. The easiest way to create our token will be using the initialize mint method available for the Solana client that we have received from the home root and already know how to create. The initialize mint method will create a token whose owner will be the account signing the transaction, in this case our account. And it will receive the number of decimals that we have available in the decimals variable, which will contain the number of decimals entered by the user. This method also allows use to set an account with authority to freeze the funds, that we will also program so that it is our account, and we will place the commitment in confirmed. The function has returned a mint type object where the mint address of the created token will be. And now to mint new tokens in our account, we must create an associated token account, which associates our account with the mint address of the token. We also do it through our client with the create associated token account method, to which we will send, of course, the mint address of the token and our wallet in the funder parameter. This function will return us a program account object that we will call ATA, and from which we will obtain the public key as follows. We will need this for the initial token minting. Remember that to receive fungible or non-fungible tokens in a wallet, we must create its associated token account, or ATA. Now, to mint the initial tokens, we will use the mint to function of the Solana client, which will receive the mint address, the destination account. This will be the ATA that we just created. In the token amount, the amount available in the initial mint variable that we obtained from the user, and in the authority, we must send our wallet, which is the owner of the token contract, and therefore is authorized to sign this transaction. Our token is already created, and now we will associate the metadata that we have uploaded to our IPFS service. First, we must import the Metaplex package as follows, and we will define the data through this method. Create metadata, account v3 data, to which we will send the name, the symbol, and the URI of the JSON that we receive from the create token route. And with these parameters, seller fee basis point at 0, and also is mutable and collection details in false. We save the result in the data variable, and now we can create the on-chain metadata. We start by creating the instruction using the create metadata account v3 method of the Metaplex library, inside which we will send the following parameters: the mint address in mint, the public address of our wallet in mint authority. Remember that our token is programmed with our wallet as minting authority, our wallet also as payer and update authority. And in the data parameter, we will send the data object that we just created in the previous step. Now we create the message with our instruction and send the transaction, just as we have been doing repeatedly throughout this tutorial series. We will return the result of the transaction. Let's test how our app works. We were missing some details in the names on the create token root. And now if we navigate to the create token root, upload an image, place name, symbol, description, decimals, and initial amount. We wait for the process to complete. And now we go to Solana FM, select QuickNode DevNet mode, and we can locate our token that we have created with the specified initial amount and decimals that we have created, all as it should be. We hope you are looking at all the possibilities that open up for you with this knowledge. Subscribe, like, and comment. Until next time.